Welcome to Ask a Puppy Trainer Show. This is where we answer all of your questions about puppyhood. I'm Bethany.
And I'm Sparky from the Puppy Academy. We're excited you're here. And now, let's get to the show.
So sweet.
If you guys see us shivering, it's because it's cold in here.
Freezing in here. Welcome to...
But the dogs are cool in the other room.
Yes.
Welcome to...
Ask a Puppy Trainer Show. I'm Bethany. This is Sparky. This is Bolt.
Episode...
How cute is... I don't know. Episode 210.
I feel like it's been 210 for like 4 episodes.
It is not.
It is
You
not.
sure?
It feels like we did the 200th episode like months and months and months and months and months ago. It feels forever ago.
It was 3 months ago.
All right, Mr. Math guy.
I don't think that was good math.
So please put your questions down below in the comments. We prioritize you when you show up. We need age and breed or like breed mix of your puppy. And just give us as much details as you can. I know on TikTok, I think they like shorten the questions, which is really weird, or shorten your ability, how much you say. So just put multiple down. We're following, we're listening. So, all right, let's go.
Raymond, I am going to answer your question, but I'm not going to start the session with it. You'll be my next one. For Miss Bloom, it's a negative question, or it's not going to be the best answer.
Start it on a high note.
We do.
Here we go.
Miss Bloom, I need help with crate training during the day. Do I keep the crate in the living room and cover during the day like I do at night? If you're getting a lot of barking, most of the time I just leave the crate in the bedroom all day long, unless you work from home and your office is in the bedroom, of which then I usually recommend a double crate setup, one in the bedroom for when you guys are sleeping at night, one in the living room for when you're working in your bedroom and your puppy keeps waking up when here's the clicking, here's the mouse moving, here's the Zoom calls, whatever it is, moving your chair.
I have a butt.
You have a butt? What's your butt?
Well, she already has it in the living room, so they might have a reason they don't want it in the bedroom. They could be light sleepers. They could just not want to. And
Cover in the day like I do at night, so they have no issues
in the
with
living
nighttime
room.
Crating.
Keep in the crate in the living room and cover during the day like I do at night. So yeah,
I missed that part. Sorry. I missed that part.
So that's fine if you don't want your dog in the bedroom with you at night and he's doing good in the living room. That's fine. You know what it's more about? The reason he mentioned doing that and he went into his whole spiel. Is because we just want to make sure that the puppies are getting alone time every day. So wherever that needs to happen, that's where it happens. If you're home even on a Saturday and Sunday and it's a young puppy, 16 weeks, it says?
16, no, that was the other one. I don't have an age for this one.
Oh, we don't have an age. So young puppy, you're still crate training, which is honestly the first 6 months of life. I would say that even on the days that you're off, if the family's around, the living room's not going to work, and try to find another space. That way the puppy really is spending a little bit of time alone every day, even if they're potty trained. I'm going to check you for fleas. Even if you're potty trained, even if everything's going really well, they just need a breather from you. I didn't mean it the way it sounded. Please.
If your puppy spends every waking second around you, they start to expect to spend every waking second around you. So if you're always with your puppy, they develop separation anxiety and you stop being able to leave your puppy. We have a dog that we cannot leave. My wife has to be with this dog all day, every day. And for us to do that, we'd probably have 2 hardcore weeks of crate training. We live in an apartment, so that means lots of barking. So we would struggle to do that, but every dog is different. Every situation is different. Are you just having your moment with Bolt?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was checking him. I saw like a couple little black spots. I wanted to make sure he wasn't itching little fleas, but he's not.
Fleas?
He's all good to go.
I was like, that
He's
mama
so
takes
easy.
care of that dog so well.
He's so easy to tell, too. It's like Dusty.
Follow-up crate question.
Oh, why don't you do the follow-up crate question on Tickety? You didn't even open it.
Well, it's because it's not on.
I know, me either.
It's not going.
Want me to read it?
No, well, you get the live going.
Yeah,
It's
can
not
you read
working
it?
on my phone.
Can timeouts in the crate reverse good crate training? If so, any recommendations?
Do timeouts in the crate?
Well,
wait, let me repeat it for everybody. Timeouts in the crate, does it reverse good crate training or
Ricky?
does it reverse good crate training or
Here, I'm trying to help Sparky. Can timeouts in the crate reverse good crate training? If so, any recommendations?
If so, any
She's saying,
recommendations?
well, if you create a negative association to crate, it does kind of reverse some of your crate training because they develop a negative association to it.
They
So
can.
If
They
you
can.
make crate training a punishment, dog pees in the living room, you find it 5 minutes later. No, bad dog. Rub their nose. Put them in the crate.
Angrily, with emotion.
That's pretty scary. I mean, we use a 3-strike rule. First one's verbal. Pause. Second one's spatial pressure, moving the dog a little bit. When we actually put dogs in the crate for strike 3, it's take a breath because you're mad. You get it. Process it. Release it. Calmly fake it till you make it. Walk up and grab your dog's leash because they should be on leash, or pick them up. House. Take off their gear. Close, lock, cover. And that to me is not a negative association. However, if your puppy is going crazy in the crate, you have to ask yourself, you have 3 windows you have to cover in a dog getting out of the crate. Physical energy, emotional energy like training, and then some form of existence. So being able to exist out of the crate calmly and at least be able to build up to that. So if your dog is having a lot of temper tantrums, really, really fussy, you're probably going to need to do a little bit more training with your dog to calm down some of that bigger energy. Maybe even a little bit of exercise, maybe even some good enrichment, just a little bit of smelling outside. But when I think of enrichment, I think of 1,000 different incorrect ways. When I think of enrichment, the good way, it's smelling, hearing, seeing, but not eating the grass. When we start getting eating, I believe that's overstimulation because it doesn't lead to good behaviors.
Agreed. I just want to point something out real quick. If any of you are watching and you're like, oh my God, she's letting that puppy bite her, and they talk about puppy biting. This is not biting. This is lovingly gnawing on me. And it doesn't hurt. He's not biting down. It's truly just a teething response, or it's just a puppy thing. And so when I get that kind of soft gnawing on me, because I am here holding him and kind of putting him in that position with nothing else to do, I don't care. I'll just move my hand and start scratching him. Like, it's not a big deal. It's when there's intent behind it, when it hurts, when they bite down, when
Rear the head back.
When it's rapid, when it's more rapid, when it's from excitement. At some point, Bolt is gonna just kind of be done, and this is super boring. And he might start to do it in a way that's more nippy and has more intention behind it. And then I would either address it and then put him in a better situation to make better choices. Or he seems really young. I might just put him in a better situation to make better choices because I am holding him and restricting where he can go. So I just wanted to point that out real quick because he was really, it probably looked a lot worse than it is. Like, I've said ow many times on here on camera, and he's not even hurting me. He's so sweet.
But I also want to point out
him.
How you're petting him. Are you petting or are you massaging?
I'm massaging. Even if I was petting him, even if I was doing flat-handed pets, it would be firm pressure as long as he was comfortable with it, because it tends to make the dogs more melt into affection rather than have an excited response. That's how you want most of your affection with your dog, is to be that melt. And then I got to tell y'all, even with the puppies, when you stop petting them, what are you doing? Do you just put them on the floor? Do you walk away? Are you just sticking them in crate? All of those things is really not fair, because even if you are doing it in a way where the dog kind of melts into you, you're causing some stimulation.
You're emotionally charging your dog.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. That was a good one. You did that a few weeks ago. Man, that was good. Emotionally charging your dog, even if they are super calm. So if they're not asleep, you cannot just walk away or ignore them and expect them to not get into something, make a mistake, take that energy, and it loads, and then an hour later you're like, why are you so crazy? Because of you. And so
called you out, whoever you are.
Whoever you are. And so let's make sure that we are calming down our puppies before we move on to some other task, even if that task is continuing to sit on the couch and the puppy doesn't want to be there anymore. So you just put them on the floor. You just got them all excited and got them, stimulated and put them on the floor. No. You got to get up. You might need a leash. You got to do a little work with them, calm them down a little bit, focus them, calm them down. And then give them that calm, give them that chew bone. And if you're not going to watch them anymore, put them in their playpen or put them in crate. Like those, you've got to address it. And when you put them in crate, you don't just like, oh, I love you, and then I put in crate. No. That's not what I
Emotionally
mean.
charged.
Emotionally charged. I mean like crate, we say house, down, good, let's go, turn, like spend 2 to 5 minutes just calming down your dog, getting them focused, settling them down. That way they jump up on you. No, not right now. That's not what we're doing. You've got a treat in your hand because it's like a little puppy, like this little cutie pie. And they nudge me for the treat. I can do like a little block and be like, no, calm down. Go back in house, sit. And I can work on the brain. I can work on follow through of calming the brain down before I just walk away from an emotionally charged dog.
Oh, yeah, that one. I'll switch it up there.
All right, now let's do the one you didn't want to
Raymond!
do.
Hello, I have a 16-month-old Schnauzer, so a little bit older than usually what we talk about. I have done everything to make him stop biting, but no success. Any idea? Well, for a 16-month-old Schnauzers are kind of pushy dogs as well. I don't want to just push you off, Raymond, but you probably need to look for a balanced dog trainer in your area. You need some help. If the biting isn't just like, well, you don't have a puppy anymore. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's not a
do,
puppy.
but kind of, not really.
Not really.
So if you're getting biting and you feel like there's any maliciousness to it, and by the way, maliciousness means that when he bites, he did mean no harm to get you to back off.
Intention.
That's malicious. Yeah. So if you start noticing that, you need to hire a dog trainer, but you need one-on-one help. We can give you advice. He's probably likely to bite someone if we give it. We want you to work with someone who's actually really going to be able to help you.
I can tell you a little bit of what to do in the meantime, because it could be a couple weeks before you see this and you're like, oh man, all right, I got to put some money into this and get some help. Is I would do 1 to 2 things in the house. I would get a slip leash, but if he's a hardcore chewer, I would get a martingale and just a cheap nylon leash to clip to the cloth martingale. There's cloth and there's chain. Get a cloth one. This is to drag around a leash in the house when you're home and when you're supervising. That way you can pick up the leash, hold your dog out and away from you till they calm down, not up in the air. Do not string them up. It's just to give the space between you and the dog. Have them calm down, loosen the leash, freeze, take 1 step. They go right back to biting the leash or you again. You can chill them out. Have a treat bag on you. It's not to be like, oh, good puppy, good puppy. It's just like, no, everything calms down. You breathe for a second. Now sit, food, let's go. Sit, food, let's go. 3 steps. Sit, food, let's go. And work the dog a little bit when they're in that state. That would be kind of just some management to do in the meantime until you can get that added help that you need. And then please, watch some balance training videos on a few slip. Even if you don't use slip and you use the martingale, just to see how to do some body language, some moving in with slip lead to help and just help you get from here to there in the meantime. So
Tide you over.
Tide you over. That's the word. Words.
You got one?
No, don't
All
got
right.
one.
I might have something. From D. Francis. I've placed my dog tethered away from me, but he keeps chewing on the leash. It could be 1 of 2 things. 1, he could just be a chewer, maybe some bitter apple, no bite spray. But I think it's probably a little bit more. If it's a younger puppy, he could still be overstimulated, could still be really amped up. So I usually think of if I get tons of chewing on the leash, like I've put him on place, I clip him onto his tether, and within seconds he's already chewing the leash. Have you done training with the dog? Have you done 10, 15 minutes of mental work, another 5, 10 minutes of walking outside with maybe a 5-minute window of doing a little bit of sniffing in an area to kind of get some of that bigger energy out? If you're not doing those first, you have an overstimulated dog who's being suppressed on place. You're suppressing the excitement to make him calm, but you won't be able to. He's just redirecting the frustration of excitement that's not getting used onto the leash instead.
Now, if you are doing everything that he said, you're doing the work, and that you think the puppy should be tired, and they're still just not, they're not like, you know how he was mindfully kind of mouthing me? They're not just like gnawing. They're like, I need something to do.
Chewing.
I'm going through this leash. I need something to do. If that keeps happening, then not to push you off or anything, but you might need some additional help, because typically if you did everything he said, then your dog should hit kind of a level of being tired. But if they have that much oral fixation, I would get some help with that early. The other thing I would do is only when supervised. You cannot leave the room. Let me be very clear. You could use a chain leash, but it has to be when you're in the room supervised. I don't even want you to go pee and leave a dog back tied, period, let alone on a chain leash. So I have to say that. But a chain leash can really help with that. And then give them something else. Because if they do have a lot of oral fixation, you can be back tied on a chain leash, and then give them a Kong, something they can lick, which is just I got fur all over my face and I wave my finger around. Give them something that they can lick. Not a licky mat, they'll destroy it. But the Kongs, just the old fashioned original Kongs are pretty handy. You can just swipe some doggy food in there, not crappy food, or put some actual kibble in there, mixed with something, put it in the freezer. There's all kinds of things you can do to just kind of help mitigate that energy, and see if that helps. Cool. You can do another one on there.
Medicine.
Wait. This is a follow-up.
Sorry, Medicine.
Sorry, Madison. You have to wait. Ashley says, I haven't used a leash on my puppy inside. Yikes. Maybe I should. Yes, most definitely.
Need leverage.
And not only leverage, but I still got fur all over my nose because of bolt. I cannot tell you how many times we do puppy lessons, and they are a disaster when we try to take the dogs in the backyard. And we try to do the same techniques that the family has been doing inside, in the backyard. And then it's like, oh, they've never been on a leash before except outside. So there's a lot of reasons actually to introduce the leash. I'm not saying you need to do every training session on a leash, but you definitely want to do some. And girl, you probably need to practice your handling, especially if this is your first puppy. You don't want to be practicing your handling in the backyard and in the front yard with all these distractions.
Do it in your hallway.
Yeah. So
Two directions, forward or back.
Hallways all the time. You guys live in condos, apartments, work those hallways because you want to keep in a straight line anyway, not be all circly and weird. And so anyway, bring out your place cot, bait bag in the right, leash in the left, and you're turning and all this stuff. You want your dog, you want it to be muscle memory, second nature to your puppy before you even try to do this out on a walk. And so, yeah, cool. Thanks for the follow up, Ashley. It made me think of that.
Okay.
Madison, is that what you said?
Paraphrase that.
What to do when people come into the home. When he's home with me, he's very good, calm. As soon as I have someone over, he goes haywire. And Madison lives in an apartment. Even when I have him on the leash, I step on it to prevent him from jumping. Oh, I'm sorry, your comment was cut off. I don't know why. It literally says ... It's frustrating, isn't it? So I don't know.
I just need to chew.
So Madison, I don't know the age of your dog or the breed, but it really is a different answer for different dogs. Since you're stepping on the leash, I'm going to assume this puppy is maybe in the 5 to 7 month range if she's stepping on the leash to prevent jumping. Yeah. This is over here. So, hi. So
turn the head.
So what I would do is a couple of things. You want to teach a replacement behavior, and it's not going to magically replace the jumping, but it's like you want to teach what to do, but you also want to teach what not to do. We have to have those two parts to it. First thing is when he's home and calm with you, teach a really good place on leash. Go to your bed, lay down, and stay. Build up to that where you can move around the dog and the dog doesn't get up. You can bounce a ball and the dog stays on place. How do you do that? I don't know the age of your dog. If it's on the younger side, online school. And we go through so much of those basic obedience core foundation that you need. And then, and we also show how to add it into, the higher stimulation environments, having people come over, things like that. But if your puppy is like 1.5, if they're on the older side, go to YouTube and just type in, how to teach place balanced dog training, how to teach place slip leash or something. Whoa, sorry, buddy. Or something like that. He's like half asleep.
He's dozed off a couple times.
He's so good. That's what I would do because they're going to teach you how to also do blocking. It's not just food redirect because you need the spatial pressure. You need the dog to be sensitive to spatial pressure to proof place. Then you pretend to go, you can do this in 3-4 days. 2 15-minute sessions of it. Place, let's go. Place, let's go. Then go to the front door. Knock. Dog's going to fly off place. Come. place, reset. Open door, pretend someone's there. Hey, how's it going? Go back, reward your dog. So you're going to layer. So that way, when someone comes over, you can absolutely try stepping on the leash initially if the energy is really, really high. And that's your no, basically. Dog jumps up, can't, pause. Have the person behind the door pause. Pick up leash, let's go, place, and then reward for going to place and invite your guest in slowly. Make it not about the dog. Make it about you. Hi, how's it going? Hug. You, not the dog. No touch, no talk, no eye contact if you're really struggling with the dog's energy. For me, I like redirection. I'm not saying I've never stepped on a leash for no jumping. There's definitely been moments, especially like in restaurants, when waiters come up and I'm afraid I might be on the line. I might miss it. I'll step on the leash for safety, things like that. I'm not against it. I do like redirects though, or body blocking. Those are, it's kind of my jam. It's kind of your jam too.
I like all that. I could see stepping on the leash if the dog shoots ahead. You've already done what she's mentioned, what I've mentioned. Oh, maybe what she mentioned. You've already done the step on, so the dog just needs one hit the end, and to make them think a extra second to check in, come, place, sit down, good. So I could see step on the leash for that, from place and the dog bolting off, but having a really good follow back to place.
Yeah. If that didn't work.
I don't know if that was productive.
If that didn't work. No. If that didn't work, you could just stick with redirection and have the guest stay there. They don't move until you get the dog in a groove with you, following you back to place.
I want you guys to see what Bolt's doing. He just got a little neurotic with the licking. At one point, I kind of had my hand up. I probably have sweaty hands or something, so they're a little bit more salty. I turned my hand around, and he kind of went a little crazy trying to sniff and lick at my hand. That feels like an overstimulated dog to me. I'm only pointing it out because we're about to hand him off to Ricky to kind of take him back to his crate. Ricky. But I want you guys to see why we're doing that, what the cause was. It's not because he bit me. It's not because he licked me too intensely. He's bored and getting overstimulated. He just needs crate time. But in the next 3 minutes, he'll probably start nipping at us a little bit. Yeah. And they'll be a little bit more uncomfortable. So I want to prevent by putting him in the crate before that happens.
Preventative. Okay, so just to double back. Bolt.
You got hair everywhere.
Bolt is with us. So just to kind of double back, the redirection, the person doesn't move or talk because you need it to be like a controlled session to help your dog through each step of the way. Then the person takes a few steps in, your dog gets all excited again. Let's go, place, and work them through it. Me personally, if just kind of hit the end of the leash, doesn't work, doesn't settle the dog and get back focused on you or stepping on the leash, I would actually get in front of my guests. I have the leash pretty close to me and I would release the dog to say hi. Once they've looked semi-settled, they're not calm, but they're at least listening to me. You gotta say hello. You gotta practice that step at some point. So you release the dog, go say hi, break, whatever you want to say. It's mine. It's mine.
Is it?
Yep.
Fine.
Yeah. I'll wait till you're done. You want to release the dog and be ready. The dog's going to jump and you just pull up with the leash and actually get in front of your guest. Move in. No. Calm the dog down again. You can refocus with food too if you want, if it's a younger dog. Relax. Turn your body to the side. Release the dog again to say hi. Jumps up. No. Move in. Spatial pressure. So you do that over and over again. You keep giving the dog a chance to say hi and then reset the dog's brain. Follow through with that. You can use That's why place is so great. It's a really good anchor for excited dogs or nervous dogs. And you might do that 10 times with a puppy on your first time doing it. You know what I mean? I definitely wouldn't choose the friend that's already been in the floor playing with my puppy for weeks.
You want to choose the one that doesn't like dogs.
Yeah, exactly. And so start to train this expectation, with your dog. And then eventually this dog gets to be pet and he doesn't jump up and he gets to be pet and the person can relax a little bit and just take it in steps.
You're teaching impulse control.
Yep.
You're literally teaching your kid how to give a calm handshake.
All right. Ray of Sunshine Sheba. Hello.
Sheebs.
How can I train my puppy to walk next to me down the stairs She rushes. Feel like I'm going to hurt her if I hold her back. Luring with food doesn't work. She is a service dog in training. She's very well behaved, socialized, a unicorn of Shivas. I think I remember you. Since I've trained her since she was 9 weeks. Well done. Stairs are hard. Stairs are hard for any dog. Stairs are hard for the perfect golden retriever service dog. Stairs are tough.
I like body blocking. For all my service animals, I do body blocking. I go right along the edge of the stairs, not like with the fall, but a wall. And I had to make sure I said that part.
I thought you were just going to be like a leg body block.
Falls off. No, basically I'm walking down the stairs, and actually I prefer to do up first because up has less momentum for the dog. Down, they're kind of charging down, so they go a little slower going up, which makes it easier for them to learn. I walk up the stairs. You probably have all your commands: heel, sit, down, stay, all that. So I'll say heel to walk up a step, but as I take my feet and go up the step, there's enough room for my dog to be next to me walking, and these are my feet. I'll go step, step, foot in front to the side. So the dog has to pause for a second. If I'm teaching same step, which I don't usually do, I usually do one step behind, so I have the ability to maneuver around people who are going on the opposite direction of me. I'll go up a step, I'll go up my other foot, step in front, dog backs off, I pause. When the forward momentum of the dog stops and they kind of start rolling their shoulders back, they may not sit, they probably won't honestly, but they at least look up and check in. Good food. I'll do one more, boom, step in front, good food. And as I start getting my dog to very quickly start looking up at me for that treat, then it becomes food to my right knee, take a step up the stairs, the dog follows the food, and when I get to there, to eyes, good food. And then I'll push that until they can be on the same step as me, and I know I can maneuver in front without them going ahead. To do that, I go step, step, one more step up diagonal in front of them, and I use my calf as a way of kind of blocking them from going past me. And you could even push your calf a little bit more into the wall to create a firmer wall that's harder for them to push past. I would do that upstairs probably 5-10 times in a row.
Well, what does she do when she comes down? She's got to come down.
I'm working up for that. I would do it 5-10 times in a row. I'd probably carry my dog down the stairs a few times because it's going to be a lot harder going down. But if you want to start working on the downstairs as well, it's the same thing, but I don't do just a pure side step. I actually do it's hard to demonstrate it while sitting. I'll walk down with my right foot, but I'll leave my left foot on the stair that I'm at. So the dog can't build momentum. So I actually make them wait about 1 or 2 stairs above me, and I slowly decrease that to 1 step above and then right next to me. So
Is the dog on the right or the left? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. This dog's on my left now.
Okay.
I'm against the right wall, so I'm doing it the opposite now, since we'll assume right side because most people still walk their dog on the right side. They do. Admit it.
Shame on all of you.
I know.
It's wrong.
So that means I'm going to go down a step with my left foot, and my right foot's going to stay back a step and slightly up a little bit. When the dog pauses and waits, I bring my foot down 1 step. The dog's allowed to meet me. 1 step, dog's allowed to meet me. And each one of those in between, I get a little bit of eye contact, not nearly the pause I got on the first one going up, because I'm doing 3 treats for every big step I take. So this isn't walking downstairs, this is training downstairs.
Yeah, always.
It might take me 10 minutes to get down 25 stairs because I'm literally spending a minute on one until the dog backs off. I cannot have forward momentum. I need the dog to be in thinking mode, follower mode, looking up to me, checking in.
It's so important that first thing in the morning, if I'm not in the mood to do this, I'm carrying my Shiba down the stairs until I'm going to do this consistency. And then hopefully the dog figures out, oh, well, when I'm on harness or when I'm on slip lead or when I'm on gentle leader, I'm working with mom. So then I will walk down the stairs with mom, versus if I'm off leash, I can fly down the stairs. It's not a big deal. But puppies, that does not work. Or adolescent dogs, that does not work. So you have to have the consistency of doing it every time until it's good.
For a puppy, what's more fun, running downstairs or following you? Running downstairs. So every single time that you practice it, it can get ruined by 2 or 3 times of them running down on their own.
For every
because
20.
Puppies are instant gratification.
Yeah.
So if that's more fun than what you're doing, that's their default unless you're consistent.
Yeah.
Will you just read the rest of that, please?
I did.
What did it say?
For every 20.
She ignored it.
No, my train of thought's gone. So he said like 2 times, letting him run down the stairs. This goes for everything. It ruins everything else you've done. Like you could have done it perfectly 20 times, and a 6-7 month old dog, 2 times of letting them do it, and it was a problem in the past, they go right back to it. And you're like, man, it takes a long time. And then I just wanted one more, I'm going to read that, but one more part to this is his facial pressure that he's talking about. I just kind of want to add to it a little bit. I'm guessing this dog is a little older, like an adolescent. I could be wrong, but I'm going to say this dog's 5, 6, 7 months old. Okay. If that's the case, I'm not going to use food until the dog is respecting my blocking. And so a little tip for that, on harness, on slip lead, martingale, like whatever you're using, I would actually put it behind my back and take a step, just like he said, block, and only use the leash if I have to. I want the dog to respect the block. So what I mean by that is if you look down and your leash is like has any tension on it, which is tricky with harnesses because they tend to always have a little tension on it. If that leash has any tension on it, before I move down the next step, I'm going to relax the leash, see if the dog takes that leash relax as liberty to just do the next step. That's such an important point here. And I'm being so specific because you're trying to make this dog a service dog. But everybody can take this. This is basic handling. So I relax the leash, make sure the leash is relaxed, and the dog takes that step, block, remove my leg. There's no tension on the leash. Now I can do the next step. Hopefully that makes sense. And then once the dog can do a couple of steps, and I'm not micromanaging the bejesus out of the dog, it's respecting, practice up. That is a big thing. Even if the dog is good up, that's where you want to practice it. Dog is doing good, a couple of steps. Now do the food. And I like the hand behind the back because it allows you to see what you're doing a little bit better. So anyway, just a few tips. Hopefully that helps. I want to read her follow-up real quick.
It also takes the strength away from your bicep and allows it to rest in your hips.
Thank you. That sounds like it'll work. She responds well to spatial pressure. That's because you're awesome and you taught it to her.
You've taught her.
Right now I've got the stairs blocked off because she'll jump the last couple of steps and it's not good for her joints. She's 8 months. Yeah. So well done. Well done. Awesome. Well, this is going to be quite a bit of work unless you're a really firm blocker. And she, like you said, she's sensitive to spatial pressure. So she's not like other Shibas that we know. You block a Shiba and they're just like, how do I get around this block? I can't see. What happened? So if your dog is more sensitive than that, awesome. It might not be this hard. Makes complete sense. I'll wait to introduce her food with this. She gets very hyped, which is the opposite energy that I'm looking for. Yeah, well done, ray of sunshine, Shiba. Have a great day, everyone. You have any follow-up to that? We're good. Look, he's got the goodbye face, so goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for tuning into Ask a Puppy Trainer Show.
We hope you found some advice that you can use to help make puppyhood a little easier.
Don't forget to join us live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Instagram or TikTok at The Puppy Academy.
This is where you can get a chance to ask your burning questions in real time. And if you want even more puppy guidance, visit our website at thepuppyacademy.com for info on joining our online puppy school.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing to our podcast and leaving us a review.
These reviews let more people find us and supports us on our mission to help as many puppy parents as possible around the globe.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.